Welcome back everyone. Today we're playing the most embarrassing, never have I ever, let's see who gets exposed. Never have I ever waved back at someone who wasn't waving at me. Never have I ever laughed at a joke I didn't understand. Never have I ever tripped in public and pretended it was nothing. Never have I ever said, "You too," when it made no sense. Never have I ever walked into a glass door. Never have I ever clapped at the wrong moment. Never have I ever called a teacher, mom, or dad. Never have I ever forgot someone's name right after meeting them. Never have I ever sent a text to the wrong person. Never have I ever waved at someone I thought I knew. Never have I ever tried to push a pull door. Never have I ever smiled at someone staring behind me. Never have I ever dropped my phone on my face. Never have I ever laughed so hard I snorted. Never have I ever sang lyrics out loud and got them wrong. Never have I ever got caught talking to myself. Never have I ever tried to open the wrong car. Never have I ever forgot why I walked into a room. Never have I ever wore my shirt inside out all day. Never have I ever tripped on nothing. Never have I ever said, "present," when attendance was already done. Never have I ever forgot my own age for a second. Never have I ever walked the wrong way after saying goodbye. Never have I ever waved at a camera thinking it was a mirror. Never have I ever opened the fridge and forgot what I wanted. Never have I ever laughed in a serious situation. Never have I ever mispronounced a simple word confidently. Never have I ever accidentally liked an old post. Never have I ever danced when I thought no one was watching. Never have I ever held the door open for someone who was still really far away and it got awkward. Never have I ever pretended to understand something I didn't. Never have I ever sat in the wrong seat. Never have I ever started talking before realizing it wasn't my turn. Never have I ever got scared by my own reflection. Never have I ever walked into the wrong classroom. Never have I ever forgot my homework at home. Never have I ever tried to fix my hair in a black screen. Never have I ever stared at someone too long by accident. Never have I ever spilled something in public. Never have I ever said, "What?" then answered before they repeated. Never have I ever clapped when no one else did. Never have I ever tried to act cool and failed instantly. Walked past someone and said nothing after ending friendship with them. Never have I ever forgot lyrics in the middle of singing. Never have I ever checked my phone for no reason. Never have I ever thought someone called my name but they didn't. Never have I ever waved at someone who didn't see me. Never have I ever laughed at the wrong part of a movie. Never have I ever forgot what I was saying mid-sentence. Never have I ever walked into a room and immediately forgot why. Never have I ever pretended to text to avoid someone. Never have I ever tried to open a locked door multiple times. Never have I ever answered a question that wasn't for me. Never have I ever sat somewhere then realized it wasn't mine. Never have I ever tried to high-five someone who left me hanging. Never have I ever wore mismatched socks all day. Never have I ever forgot to mute myself during a call. Never have I ever thought a stranger was waving at me. Never have I ever laughed so hard I couldn't stop. Never have I ever stared at my phone while it was off. Never have I ever tripped going up the stairs. Never have I ever said something out loud I meant to think. Never have I ever tried to whisper but everyone heard. Never have I ever panicked because I lost something that was in my hand. Never have I ever accidentally interrupted a conversation. Never have I ever practiced a conversation in my head. Never have I ever reacted too late to something funny. Alright guys, that's the end of the video. Open mouth smile. If you made it this far, you're officially not safe from embarrassment either. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and tell me how many you had down in the comments.